Hello, friends. Welcome back to Double Cross. This is Dan at 2 Inches Short, your host, and also my co-host Dave at Golf and Jokes. We are here to maybe just give you a little New Year's recap going into the New Year's, little resolutions. We wanted to kind of get off our chest, maybe could help your golf game. There's not much tour news, so let's talk about ourselves. Why the hell not? Dave, let's bring you in here, sir. Merry Christmas. Hope you had a wonderful holiday, and also to everyone out there as well. Dave, how you doing, bud?
Good, man. Merry Christmas. Haven't talked to you. Everything good?
Haven't talked. Yeah, dude. Nice. Yeah, just kind of hanging out. Just
Santa nice to you?
Santa was, Santa's cool.
Any new golf stuff?
Get along well. They're getting any new golf stuff? No. Got no new golf stuff. How about you?
No, I mean, I don't really need anything right now, so.
Yeah, I'm not really in the market for much right now.
Yeah.
But how was the baby's first Christmas, by the way?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, he's still a little young to know what's going on, but
well, it was your first Christmas that was a little bit different, I bet, right?
Yeah, it was. So looking forward to. I think next Christmas it'll be a lot different. He'll know what's going on, and so I think that's when it'll
sure
really feel like Christmas with a baby or a newborn or not newborn, toddler at that
toddler
stage.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad it was a good one. No golf gifts. Not really that concerned about it. If anyone has gotten anything good, let us know. Shoot us a message. We could talk about it. Also, bad golf gifts are of the many when you have some random man buying you who knows nothing about golf. I'm not saying that personal experience. My aunt actually buys probably some of the best presents she's like can be a professional present giver. I'm 35 years old and she's still getting me gifts. I feel very fortunate. But yeah, no golf gifts. However, there are some new toys probably coming up, that we're going to see coming out next season that I'm sure is going to get us into the mood of wanting to buy some new driver that we don't need or something like that.
The TaylorMade stealth driver.
If Tiger can get 174 ball speed out of that after getting, it might help the game. I don't know.
I'll pass on that one though.
Pass on that one.
Yeah.
Pass on that one. Well, I guess that gives a good segue, Dave. Let's get into our New Year's resolutions for golf in the coming year for our own golf games. You want to kick this off? Do you have anything? I don't really want to get into life resolutions right now. It's easy to keep a resolution for 3 days, a week, 3 days to a week. But golf's an ongoing process. What is your first golf resolution? What do you want to see in your golf game in 2022?
Well, for starters, I hope I can get into the private club down the street. I applied and they'll be letting everyone know probably in the next month or so if they get in. So I feel like if I can get in, then I can really start working on my game. Like I say every off season, I'm going to work on my game, and it doesn't really happen. So I feel like if I do get in, that's going to kind of force me to go all the time, get my money's worth. And I feel like I can put in some solid practice. But as far as my actual game, one of my main goals is to eliminate one side of the golf course. For me, it's going to be eliminating the left side. I want to be able to consistently, pretty much every shot, hit a cut. And obviously, if I need to hit a hook or a draw, I can do that.
Is the miss is left? I'm assuming that's that's your miss.
The major miss is a hook, and it's just terrible. And I mean, to be honest, some of the best rounds I've ever shot, I was just hitting a cut that day, and I was just aiming left, I already knew the ball wasn't going to go left, and
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a good
some of
feeling.
the best scores I've ever shot. So that's my main goal, is to eliminate one side of the course, and obviously
How,
fix my putting.
well, let's separate the two. The first one, eliminating the left side of the golf course. How, I mean, obviously, well, not obviously for some people. I know I'm very familiar with Ben Hogan, and that was literally what he decided to do, was eliminate the left side of the golf course.
Yeah.
From my understanding, that just came from really from the grip. How would you approach it for yourself? Like when you want to say eliminate the left side of the golf course for the people, how would
Yeah.
you explain how you would go approach that?
Grip grip definitely is a factor. I definitely got to, try and weaken the grip a bit.
I got a great video to
Um,
send to show you. We can add a link or something.
yeah.
It's from Jimmy Clean's golf school. It was fucking great. Literally changed my life, by the way, because Ben Hogan had a hooky grip. And that was something that I had, which is like, it was just too strong. Anyways, I digress. I'll let you keep talking.
For me, the issue in my swing is I'm very handsy, taking it back, and then on the downswing they just flip over. So I got to try and take the hands out of the swing more and just focus more on rotating the body. So that is the major thing for me. And I already know I already know what the issue is. It's just a matter of getting some good drills and putting in the reps and
Yeah,
really
the practice, having the time to work on it.
Yeah.
For sure, man. For sure. I think that's a great goal. I think for everyone out there listening, like, yes, you can hit a draw and you can get more distance or whatever. But I mean, if you want to consistently be in the middle of the fairway, hitting a cut is usually, especially with today's drivers, the way that they are. I don't know. For me, I play a cut off the tee. I mean, generally it's a 30-yard slice. That's a small cut, but no, I'm kidding. It's just try to keep it in play and not try to do too much. But I agree with you, man. I think that's a great goal for anyone out there trying to shoot better
And
scores.
it was funny.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, growing up, I just wanted to hit a draw. I just wanted to hit that draw. Like if I hit a cut, I'm like, oh shit, bad shot. But now as you get older, you realize like that's the way to go.
Yeah.
It's just
that's
you can
the way
control
to go,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you
absolutely.
see all the pros do it, like the best drivers of the ball hit.
I mean,
cuts
DJ has said, I mean, not comparing ourselves to DJ, obviously, but like, just like for DJ, like the way technology goes, like the way it is now, like there's not one time he's ever going to try and hit a draw.
Yeah.
Mainly because he could take it over any corner he wants with the way he hits it.
I mean, that's also a major thing. If you have the distance, a cut is even that much better too. Like if you can afford to lose 10, 15 yards if you already hit it long. So
rather be in the fairway more. And
exactly. Look at Colin. He hits a cut. DJ hits a cut. Brooks hits a cut. The only driver,
Charlie Woods hits a cut.
The only driver of the ball that you basically hit a draw was Rory. And I mean, even lately his driver hasn't been the greatest. I feel like he's even trying to work the ball left to right now, mainly.
I find it amazing that Bryson still hits a little bit of a draw the way he goes.
He's more of a draw, if not even straight ball. Like he's hits it pretty.
Brooks too. Brooks hits a little cut too, right?
He hits a cut,
like that, right? So, I mean, and obviously, when you need to hit a draw, it is possible. I mean, JT also same thing. Like he could draw it whenever he wants. I mean,
to me, draws are pretty easy to hit. Like especially with long irons, it's not a problem because like I said, my hands turn over naturally a lot easier. So I mean, I have no problem hitting them. It's just a matter of now doing it the other way. It's kind of difficult. But.
Yeah. So in terms of your grip, I mean, do you have a strong grip? Is that
not? You know what? It's not the strong. It's not really. I would say my grip's pretty neutral.
Yeah. And do we ever talk about it, whether you interlock, overlap?
I interlock. You know what? When I started playing golf, I was baseball grip. 10 finger.
All right.
Yeah.
10 finger. Yes.
For the longest time. And then
did you play baseball growing up too?
I did.
No?
Yeah.
Right.
So I basically I transitioned from baseball to golf.
Got it. How
And
did you
then
find that transition? Because I did the same thing.
difficult.
And
Well, I mean,
I couldn't do both. I couldn't
no,
do
you know
both
what?
because yeah,
The transition, pretty much once I transitioned, I stopped baseball completely.
me too.
But from now, after playing golf for the last whatever years, 20 something years I've been playing, I can't go back to baseball. Like I'll consistently swing under the ball. Like I'll miss the ball.
It's impossible because your weight's in a
Yeah.
different spot. In baseball, your weight is literally on your back foot. In golf, if you're on your back foot, you're hitting a 90 yards slice, right? So like it's totally different.
That's why hockey players and golf go together, because it's pretty much the same kind of motion, right? The balls, you're hitting the puck, the ball at the same level.
Similar motion, yes.
Yeah.
Similar motion. Would you say tennis would be in there too a little bit or no?
No, I think tennis is more with the baseball.
Got it. Well, I'm still got to be level when you go through.
I've played all of them. I played tennis as well growing up.
Do you think? Yeah, it's an interesting. I don't know. All I know is golf is so unique because it's so important. Like where your body, like everything, matters. And the moment you start moving back, that slight. I mean, we're talking what 2% of your weight off can throw off a drive, right? It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So, but Dave, we started with the resolution of eliminating the left side of the golf course. So let's bring it back. Hogan used to say that he imagined a fence along the entire left side, and there was just not one way it would go right. I do know in the tip drill that is in the video that I was talking about, it has this drill that has how he kind of holds the golf club, and that really changed my life. I mean, yes, he overlaps. I switched to an interlock like last year. I don't know why.
So as I said, I was doing baseball for a long time. Then I switched to interlock, and I do interlock now.
Now you do interlock, and was that a Tiger?
No.
Choice?
I don't remember what caused me to switch. I was just trying it out one day, and it felt pretty good, and that's what I do. The overlap Varden grip, I cannot do that at all. I don't know. It feels so weird to me.
I used to do that because that's like what I was taught when I was younger, because like that's what most pros did and at the time. But Jack went interlock. Tiger got that from Jack. He went interlock, and and me being a golf nerd that I am, I'll be just in the living room kind of swinging my hands back and forth, and whenever I did it, I always had my pinkies my pointer finger interlocked, and I was like, why the fuck don't I just try this? And now I did, and it felt like I was like 7 years old again, being able to rip at it when I had a 10 finger grip, just a lot more together. That's honestly what it felt like.
For putting, I can do any grip. Sometimes I can do Varden, I can do whatever.
Putting's your next resolution, which I want to get into, because let's get into putting. Let's get into putting. What you said you want to improve on it. I know we've tried many methods last year. Many methods this past year. I think you weren't looking at the hole at one point. You were trying lefty.
I've tried left-handed. I've tried left hand low. I've tried finger down the shaft. I've tried claw grip. Did you try the fat cat grip? I've tried a fat cat. I've tried everything. Literally, if you name it, I've tried it, and that's how I know it's nothing to do with any of that stuff. Those are all gimmicky and whatever. Yeah, maybe they'll have certain feels that feel better, and you see the line, you can make a better stroke, whatever. But that's not my issue. My issue is all mental.
Yeah.
So
is that the resolution? The resolution is trying to get mentally stronger. I mean, what do you want to?
I need to figure out how to get rid of the yip. That's all it comes down to. My stroke is good. I have a good putting stroke. I can read greens. It's
on the putting green. You said on the practice green, you said you have no problems.
No problems at all.
And I think we talked in a previous episode that you actually are just chalking this straight up to the fear of failure. Or what will happen? Fear of the result. I think you said
the result.
Right?
Fear of the result. That's exactly what it is.
How do we overcome? How do we get through that? I guess if we knew how to do that, we'd be playing golf and being millionaires, right? Like if we could just solve this problem.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe I gotta just start. I gotta play more golf, even if that's playing golf alone and just making the putts with no
Like not
yick
giving yourself a
alone. Yeah.
four
Yeah,
footer.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, even yeah,
All right.
definitely not. But like, I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like that's part of it. Just playing a lot more golf. 'Cause I don't really play that much. Every time I play, it's maybe
Well, how
once.
many rounds did you get in this past year? I mean, you did have a child, so
I got in a decent amount. I wouldn't say a lot.
do you have a
Maybe
handicap, by the way? Do you keep a
no.
handicap?
I
Do you
don't. I
like
don't
post
keep
scores?
track. No.
Okay.
Which I do want to start this year as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Gotta
I highly recommend
register.
doing that. Yeah,
Yeah.
do that.
I don't know how many rounds. I'd say probably close to 20.
20 rounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I mean isn't crazy by
Isn't a
any
lot.
means, but
No, but at the same time, you had a baby in the middle. Like what that was
yeah,
what month was that? That
June,
was
June.
June. So it's like
Yeah,
right in the
I
middle of your
mean,
golf
have
season.
a baby, work. I work, 5 days a week, so it's
Yep.
tough to get out during the
Sneak.
week.
I mean, but that's a respectable number, and
It
to be
is. It
honest,
is.
I mean, playing golf helps. I mean, that's a simple matter of fact. You find
I've also come to the conclusion that yeah, I practice, like I go to the range a lot, like I practice a lot, and that does not do anything for me. Like
no,
I need to play to get better.
yeah. And if you're going to
So
spend your time at the range, you might as well spend it putting. Honestly,
yeah,
just getting
yeah.
feels. But yeah, dude, I'm thinking, as a friend, like whatever I can say to help you. I think if you are able to, you gotta get rid of that fear of the failure, because like really it's just another stroke. I mean, think about
Mm-hmm.
it. It's
Mm-hmm.
just the back of the hole. It has nothing to do even with the back of the hole. It's just making that same motion.
Yeah.
And if you can kind of, I mean, I too, struggle sometimes off the tee. I just don't play, like you were saying, play enough golf. Like if I'm on a course where I haven't played before, and I should say that the course that I work at, I do maintenance at, I mean, it's not the longest course, and I don't hit many drivers there, right? So like when I get to Spanish Oaks and I'm teeing off on this beautiful, golf course, from the tips, and I'm looking at it, and and just the fear of you don't know really what's going to happen, and yeah, to be able to just kind of pull the trigger no matter where you're at, and like we were saying, it's just another golf shot. Like it's the same, like we were saying with Tiger and Charlie last
Yeah.
week, right? It's the same thing every single time. And
Yep.
sometimes I feel like I want to chase, distance and stuff like that. One of my resolutions is honestly is off the tee. It's just swinging within myself, and just understanding that, like, I'm not going to hit it 350, but at the same time, I mean, it could be out there, and I know with an iron in my hand, I could at least have a shot at making, par, preferably a birdie, if I hit a green. But
Yep.
it's hard. It should say it is very difficult to shoot good scores when you're hitting three off the tee most of the time. So it's just,
And yeah, that's one of my major things is basically having to eliminate penalties. Because
yeah,
yeah, like if I can eliminate penalties and three
like,
putts, my
yeah,
scores would improve by like honestly at least 10 shots around.
it's basically like getting rid of like the double bogeys on your card. Like that's
Yeah.
really what,
Yeah.
because that's what, when you hit it out of bounds off the tee,
That's pretty much a
you're
double.
hitting,
Yeah.
you're making, you're making birdie for what? Bogey, right? Like
Yeah.
you're kind of like out of it immediately. But yes, it really is. It's just getting the ball in play, and I think that should be. I mean, that's one of my resolutions, and I think that's one of your resolutions too. I know we're kind of jumping around. Another one of my resolutions would be. Well, I started keeping a handicap this year, which is good. I'd like to be able to play more golf courses in the upcoming year,
Like
and
bucket list courses or
not really bucket, just play more golf courses in the area. Cause I work
okay.
at one, I like another one.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's such beautiful places and you get better when you play other golf courses too.
For sure.
Might need to, might want to write some reviews, might, if they want to get me out there, and get these rounds comped. I mean, we can work something out. We can run advertisements on the podcast. We can work it out. If you're in the Denver area, we could talk about it. But yeah, I'd say playing more golf is a resolution. I think it's one of those, like, well, it's easy to say, what about when you're working and the baby's crying and you got the in-laws coming and it's like, well, let's figuring out how to make the time to play more golf. That's kind of what I'm saying. How about you, Dave? Do you have you got another got maybe we'll do like one or two more?
As far as golf goes, nah, not really. I mean, those are the major ones that I feel have to happen if I'm gonna improve my scores. Yeah, other than that, not too much. I mean, and another thing is stop tinkering with my bag. Like, keep what I got.
No.
It's not the clubs. It's not the clubs.
No, it's definitely not the clubs.
And yeah, so that's
well, do you want to do you want to make any changes to the bag in the upcoming year? I mean, do you have
to be you know what, come to think of it, I do need to get a set of irons. I sold my other ones. So just shows how much I've been looking at my bag the last couple months.
So you're gonna get a new set of irons. I
got to get a set of irons. Yeah, that's it. Everything else I'm good.
Blades?
I don't know. We'll see what.
Don't get blades. Don't get blades.
I'm probably gonna get blades. Probably gonna get blades.
All right. So don't tinker with your bag, but you need to buy a new set of irons. That's where we're at. So once you get a new set of irons, then stick with it. Yes. Because you got okay. All right, that's fair. That is good. For me, another resolution would be to be mentally better on the golf, just mentally all around, like have more fun with it, like kind of treat it as if like it's a game. It's not life or death. To put myself in more uncomfortable situations, which would go along with playing more. Again, these are just kind of trying to make the time. I think, playing a little bit more serious, putting everything out. I have a tendency to
pick up,
give myself some putts every here or there. But after a couple beers, couple pokes, some stuff. It's it happens, but so I guess playing more golf and being mentally better, and like we're saying, fundamentally being more sound, I think, on the golf course. I think, and having more fun with it, and also just trying to see, how we could continuously improve. I know this past year, we had COVID 2 years ago. I mean, we still have COVID. And then we've had a little chance to, kind of regroup a little bit. I mean, for me, this was an amazing year, just looking back on it, on, how much I improved over the year. I mean, I didn't play a ton of golf, but I worked on some drills. My buddy gave me some tips, which I got to shout out my buddy, Trevor. He got the head pro job over at Wilshire Country Club and out in LA. And
you should get out and play there.
Yeah, well, so I was thinking I might not have the chance to do it because I never did get out there, and he might have been, was looking at some other options. So feel very fortunate. Anyways, it's a big deal.
He's the head pro there.
He's now the head pro at Wilshire.
So you have a perfect trip would be, you get up there, you play that course, and then I'm sure he can hook up around at Riviera, because
if I'm going out there, we're playing
I mean, pretty much if you're a head pro, you can call any course, be like, hey, I'm a head pro, I'm going to come out and play the course.
So he's only been a head pro for a short amount of time
but I mean, to be honest,
I don't even know if I should be announcing this on the podcast. I just
to be honest, if you're the head pro at Wilshire, however you say it,
Wilshire.
yeah,
Yep.
you're
Yeah.
gonna get
Well,
on.
they have an LPGA. They host an LPGA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna get on most places.
Yeah. I mean,
Just from having
yeah.
that title.
So Dave, welcome to the club. I can't wait for you and Trev to meet each other. It's gonna be great. There'll be, maybe we'll figure some stuff out. Anyways, I had to give a shout out. It was a big fucking deal for this kid. Huge. Maybe we can even get him on the podcast, and but this kid did not even play golf 9 years ago, man. Didn't even play. I used to whip his ass in college. Like, this kid couldn't even hit it past the the forward tees.
And now he's a head pro at one of the most.
And now, dude, he's out driving me by
expensive.
60, 70 yards and is giving lessons. And he's a head pro. And he's a head pro at an exclusive premier golf club in the United States.
I wonder how much it costs to join there.
It's pretty remarkable. Well, I'll get you in touch. Well,
I'm not interested in joining, but just out of curiosity, I'm pretty sure it's in the hundreds.
Yeah, well, we can. I'll circle back with you. We'll circle back with you on that. But for sure, I mean,
who used to caddy there back in the day, when he was a nobody, Bob Menery.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Caddy there. He's caddied for Aaron Rodgers. Has played there.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, and
yeah, it was.
He's banned from there now. Right now, I don't know what he did, but he's banned from there now.
That I do know. that was part of the story that I was hoping you were going to also say. It's but yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, resolution: go out and play some golf with my buddy who's pretty much living the dream now. Dude, he passed his PAT like not too long. Like the way and he's they're gonna be having a baby soon, and I mean, this kid's life has totally changed. I was telling you that he couldn't even play golf. Like, dude, it was hilarious. And like I was saying, I played it down in Austin with him, and it was just like I couldn't he fucking kicked my ass, dude. It was I couldn't even. He's like putting for eagle, and I'm like, what's this?
It's a natural.
I was like, this is for birdie. He's like, I'm like, holy crap. You know what's funny, dude? He was a hockey player. And it's funny when you watch his swing, it's clearly that he hasn't like played golf his entire life. And like one of his resolutions is to make his swing look better. Pro, right?
I find hockey players can hit the ball pretty far because they have a lot of lower body strength, and they know how to use. It's the same sort of motion, right? That's
yeah. So I just again wanted to shout Trevor out. Big deal. Dave, anything you want to, we kind of talk resolutions and New Year's, and that we had to get, hope everyone had happy holidays and stuff like that. Do you have anything else that you're looking forward to in 2022 or want to wrap up in 2021? You want to put a bow on? No. I say we put a bow on the mental bullshit, that we have going on in our heads when we're out on the golf course. Let's look forward to a clear mind and positive thoughts. Let's do that.
Do that every year, only to be
disappointed.
Right back at square one. But we'll see. I'm looking forward to obviously getting out there and playing again because we're stuck in winter right now.
Yeah. So you guys snow on the ground?
Yeah, a little bit. It's been pretty mild so far. It's been nice actually.
Yeah.
So, but we did have a white Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's
good. What about you guys? Lots of snow?
Mountains are getting some snow, much needed snow. We haven't gotten really anything down here. It's been pretty warm. This week it's been a little bit colder. But we are now in winter. It is winter, and we are heading into the new year, which we are very, very excited about because we have this podcast rolling, and we just wanted to thank everyone for all the support that we've been getting, the feedback and all the positive vibes that we've been, just a little project Dave and I decided, let's just give the people what they want. We appreciate you guys downloading and doing all that you do, guys. We appreciate the support. Like we were saying, we're gonna continue this into the new year, and be covering more PGA Tour stuff, maybe kind of dabble in some more of our own stuff. But we're looking forward to another fun year next year, and I mean, that's pretty much it, man. We had another ridiculous 2021. Tiger, we got to see Tiger play golf again this year.
We have that to look forward to, hopefully.
I mean, that was like the best Christmas present, best president of all time. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We had to mention Tiger on this podcast because what is this podcast without mentioning Tiger? But besides that, hey, stay safe. Have a happy New Year, Dave. It was a pleasure getting this started with you, man. And wanted to thank everyone again. You guys have just been double crossed. Happy New Year's. We are out.
Happy New Year. We're out.
Woo! Peace.